Hey, hi. Want to write an impressive email to your boss, right? Yeah, I mean, it's very important to write a better email to your boss so that you can create a very good impression, because email writing is a very important communication with your boss. And in this video, I'm going to tell you some of the most vital steps of writing an email to your boss so that you can impress him. So guys, without further delay, let's start. Don't miss anything. Take a pen and notebook and understand and write down all the points very carefully so that you should not make any mistake next time when you write an email to your boss. Here we go. Well, so here we go. Let's start. And now there are certain things which you have to keep in mind why we have to understand writing an email. Writing an email has many purposes. I mean, different reasons are there. First reason is applying for leave. Second can be a progress. The third can be reporting an incident, or fourth can be clarifying doubts if you have any doubts. Or you can even ask for, even you can express your gratitude if your boss has helped you. So there are various reasons behind asking or writing an email to your boss. And out of that, we are going to take first, that is very important, everyone wants to get a leave. So, use this format and you can ask your boss for your leave, and I'm sure he will grant you. No. This is not the only criteria for getting a leave. I'm just kidding. All right. Now, let us move ahead and understand what are the steps. There are different steps through which you have to go and compose your email. Now, define the purpose of the mail. I mean, in this case, you want to leave. That is your purpose. So, the next step will be choose a suitable subject line. What I mean to say is, you can say like leave for 5 days. This is a subject line. Or if you have any other purpose like certification regarding design software, or you can ask like anything. You can ask like difficulties in working with XYZ person, or you can ask like thank you for your praise and your guidance, whatever it is. What can be the subject line depends. So we are taking leave for 5 days. Now let us move ahead and understand the salutation. Salutation is a very important part of email. It's the first part. It's the opening line of an email. And in salutation, first let us understand what exactly is salutation. Greeting is there, title is there, and name of the recipient will be there. Don't you worry, I'm going to give a nice example for that. And I will tell you exactly how to write salutation. It's a very important part. Why they're important? Because it displays professionalism. It displays you're professional, you are well informed, well mannered. It's very important in corporate life. Next is increases personalization. I mean, you can be close to your boss. You can be very connected with your boss through your salutation, and it displays like how close you are, how connected you are with your boss. It connects your personalization. And third, it sets a tone. Every email has a tone. So at the beginning, it sets the tone of an email. So that's the reason why you should have salutation. Now, next is decide how to take a salutation. That's very important. And there are many factors. First is purpose of the mail. Here, in this case, the purpose is to ask for a leave. There can be various purposes, which I told you before. Depending upon, understand one thing, that if you are thanking your boss for his praise, for his help, then the salutation is different. But in case if you are angry, if you want to resign, if you have some other things at the back of your mind, the salutation will be different. It depends on many factors. Next, it also depends upon the recipient and your relationship with the recipient, means your boss. If you're familiar with your boss, if you have cordial relationship with your boss, the salutation will be different, which I'll show you. Salutation changes depending upon the relationship, depending upon the purpose, depending upon who is the recipient. So let us move forward. And now next is the example. In our case, you are, sending a mail to your boss. So how it should be: dear, greeting, title, Mr., Mrs., and Ms. You can select. If it's a lady, it's always suitable to use Ms. Because if you're not sure whether she is married or not, if you're sure, you can use Mrs. also. Usually, you are familiar with your boss, so we know his or her marital status. So that's not a big deal. Sandeep, sir. Now here also you can, if you don't want to write sir, you can write Sandeep Patil. But sir is always better because you respect your boss. So sir is always, see, it again depends upon the culture. We are in Indian culture. If you are in a different culture, like, European culture, or if you have some different culture, UK culture, every culture is different, and it depends upon that. So you have to be very careful about that. You can use dear Sandeep sir if you are somewhat close to your boss, and you can have a friendly banter sometimes with your boss. He's close to you, he can understand. It depends upon that boss nature also, okay? He should not get offended. That's also equally important. Now, explain why you are writing the email in the first line. See, this email must be very short and crispy. As I said, our purpose is to ask for a leave, okay? Request to grant you a leave. So I'm writing to request to take this weekend off. First line. Now, step 5. Provide additional details. Why? I'll be traveling to meet my parents in my native place. Second line will be there. Next one, ask your manager to take action. Ask your boss to take action. Like, please approve my leave and do the needful by informing HR about the same. Next is, end with a strong closing statement. Like, you can say, thank you for your support. In this regard, please let me know if you require any more information, because why this line is added? Why this line is added? Because if you want your boss to provide some other information or some other details about the work, if you are not there for 5 days, who is going to do that work? Where are the other documents? All those things. You can say this. Okay, you can add whatever you feel like whatever the condition is. You can add this line when you close. All right. So guys, this is the 7th one, and 8th one is add your signature. Yours sincerely, regards, name and position. All right. So these are the steps, 8 steps, and last is the exact format. Now here is the format. As I said before, to your boss email regarding leave for 5 days, salutation, first line, second line, third line. Okay, first line, second line, third line, closing. How is this? Simple, short, to the point, and it looks very attractive. So definitely your boss will grant you a leave. Whoa. Why he should not? So next time when you are asking for a leave, definitely use this format. And of course, don't do any grammatical mistakes, don't do any spelling mistakes. Of course, it is there by default. Hope you liked it. I'll do one thing, I will display this for you, this whole email for you for a couple of seconds, and then we will stop. So take care and bye-bye. Thank you.